Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Financial Modeling Podcast. On this special episode, I have the founders of the Financial Modeling Summit with me, and we're going to be discussing the Financial Modeling Summit 2021, which I'm hugely excited for. It's going to be taking place in June. So with me on the podcast today, I've got Kozeva from Dattel Event Productions. I've got Kenny Whitelaw-Jones and Giles. Kenny, you'll remember from last year, who opened the summit. And Giles also joining from Full Stack Modeler. So let's kick off. Kenny, we're running the summit again this year. Last year was obviously our inaugural event, an enormous success. What is going to be different, this year? And of course, you're bringing in the Innovation Awards again, which is hugely exciting. Talk to us a bit about what people can expect.
Thanks, Matthew. It's great to be here, and we're really excited to be putting on the summit again. As you say, last year we put on the first one. It was a little bit of an experiment, just to see how that would go. And as you say, it was an enormous success. I think we all enjoyed it hugely. Great speakers, great turnout, great questions, and we are building on that this year with a bigger event. So running it over 3 days. There's going to be multiple tracks that people can sign up to, and I'll maybe I'll talk a bit about the new platform that we're going to be using. So a slightly different platform. We learned a lot last time. I think last time we kind of crammed the speakers in a bit. We had them like back to back. It was a full-on day. So we've decided to kind of calm it down a little bit. So more time between speakers, more time for networking, more time to get to know people, and overall just a bigger, better, more exciting event.
Absolutely. So Tay, you're an expert in online events, and obviously you run the Global Excel Summit as well. We're going to be using a different platform this year, as Kenny mentioned. Talk to us a little bit about the platform and what people can expect.
Yeah, so this year we have chosen a platform called Hopin. I'm sure a lot of it may have heard of it. It's become quite popular, I guess, the last couple of months. But yeah, Hopin, it's slightly different compared to the platform we used last year. But I think with its like modern design, super brilliant and smooth like user interface that has been built specifically for like virtual kind of experience, I think that we'll be able to benefit massively from everything that it has to offer. So in terms of like platform modules, people will be able to watch keynote sessions via 4 main stage tracks. They'll be able to visit a couple of expo booths as well inside the exhibitor hall. There will be a lounge area where people will be able to just like break out into different groups, interact with each other, and collaborate. We're also going to have like a jobs and careers fair. And on top of all of this, they have like Hopin is quite famous with its networking features. And I think for a virtual event, that's super important. So they have like this connection discovery tool that matches people based on their on a particular tag that may have been created when setting up the event. So I think it will be like definitely something that people will love. There's lots of event chat options, polling opportunities. So yeah, lots of conversations to take place.
That's really cool. I wasn't aware of the matching and network functionality. And of course, a large part of these online events is about meeting people, not just about attending the different talks. And of course, delegates can expect to meet people from all around the world. I mean, last year, how many different countries were in attendance at the summit?
We had, I think, 55 countries represented, which was great, because I think one of the biggest benefits of a virtual event is exactly that global reach and getting everybody together. And I think that is part of why this experience is quite amazing.
Absolutely. So Giles, one of the summit's taglines is from ordinary to extraordinary. And we've seen, really people elevate themselves across all disciplines over the past year. Financial modeling through season 4 of the Financial Modeling Podcast, we've seen how financial modelers are elevating themselves, whether that's using different tool libraries within Excel, using Excel in very innovative ways to finance new deals, finding new deal structures in the environment that we currently find ourselves in. So talk to us a bit about the summit tagline and what it means for you.
Yeah, sure. So it's probably a little bit influenced by what we've been experiencing in Full Stack Modeler as well. So yes, you have to have really solid fundamental skills, and you'll see 2 of our 4 tracks are around fundamentals of modeling and advanced financial modeling. So you have to have that. But actually, what we've been talking about in Full Stack is great if you're a good problem solver, but you have to be able to communicate your message and influence people and share insights with people effectively. And then on top of that, we also think it's a little bit about you and how you manage your time and how productive you are. So much more than just being a good technical problem solver. It's about being this, I think you mentioned it on the podcast, the term holistic, was it holistic modeler you used? And I think that's what we're going to be focusing in on.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's probably slightly different as well. Kenny, you mentioned it. We've got the 4 tracks. Giles, I think one of the tracks is purely focusing on the soft skills. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely, yeah, and we've probably all seen those really good modelers who can technically do brilliant work, but as I said earlier, if you can't then share those insights effectively, if you can't perhaps have that level of self-awareness to understand how you're coming across, then maybe that's the difference between ordinary and extraordinary that we're going to focus on.
So Kenny, talk to us a bit about the awards, and also talk to us about the idea to include some masterclasses. I mean, that's very different to last year. Last year we just had the summit and we had speakers and a bit of a networking facility. Masterclasses, we're including a whole separate day for it. Talk to us a bit about that.
Thanks, Matthew. I mean, the masterclass is really a chance to go deeper, right? So the great thing about an event like this is you get exposure to lots of different ideas from lots of different, leading edge speakers and thinkers in this domain. And at the same time, there's only so much you can cover in a 45-minute session with Q&A. So, it's kind of the masterclass is a chance to go deeper on particular topics, spend a morning really going into some in-depth proper training on these topics. So yeah, we're really excited about the masterclasses. And I think that honestly, the bit I'm most excited about is the awards, because I feel like I've made a career out of financial modeling, and I love things that champion financial modeling as a profession. And last year we started the awards. We started small with the Innovation Awards. It was really successful, and we had a lot. We discovered lots of innovative things that I had no idea were going on, new software, new techniques. And so now we're expanding it out into a broader awards process. So we're going to have, Financial Modeler of the Year, Emerging Financial Modeler of the Year, Team of the Year, Trainer of the Year, really celebrating lots of individuals who are showing a real commitment to developing financial modeling as a profession. And for me, I think I'm excited about the whole thing, but for me, the awards is the bit that I'm really, really excited about.
It really is going to be one of the highlights of the summit. And I think something that everybody will want to tune into to see who wins these awards. I mean, hugely exciting, and I can't wait to see who's in the running and who's up for some awards. Absolutely.
And for some of the categories, we're going to have a public vote process. So nominations are going to open. I'm looking for something wooden to touch very soon, within days, and we're going to open the nominations process. So there'll be a nominations and then a shortlisting, and then for some of the categories there'll be a public vote. So, for example, Trainer of the Year, Resource of the Year, there'll be a public vote, and so we really hope that people are going to get behind that and are participating in that, and we think that'll be really fun as well.
That sounds awesome, and I'll certainly publish those details as well as soon as they're available on how people can get involved and vote for who they think the winners should be. So final question to is we've gotten people excited about the summit, I'm sure, on this podcast. It sounds like it's going to be a truly incredible event. When can people register?
So we are opening registrations within the next 2 weeks. So everybody should stay tuned. If they haven't left their emails yet, they can do that on our event website, financialmodelingsummit.com. And as soon as that opens, they will be the first to know.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. It's certainly going to be another hallmark event and probably the largest, again, online gathering of financial modelers globally this year.